Hello everyone and welcome to my crafting tutorial for the Elder Scrolls Online. My name is Tianlein and in this video we talk about all topics related to armor and weapon crafting. I received the last days some questions about crafting, so I thought it's a good idea to explain in depth how this process works. Take a look in the description if you want to jump direct to a specific topic. So let's get started with an overview about the crafting skills. I use as an example the blacksmithing skill, but the clothing and woodworking skills are similar. To increase the skill line you have to gain inspiration by deconstructing items, create items, or by doing the daily crafting quests. Higher level and quality items created by another player will give you the most inspiration if you deconstruct them. You can only upgrade your passive abilities when you have a certain level in your skill line. Metalworking affects what kind of materials you can use for crafting. Higher quality materials means higher armor and weapon level. When we craft later an item, I will explain this point a bit more. The next skill is Keen Eye. You don't have to skill this, but I like to invest 1 point, so it is easier for me to detect materials from distance. This skill will show a visual glow effect on nodes. On level 1 it's 20 meters, on level 2 30 meters, and on level 3 the glow will show up when you are 40 meters away. Minor Hireling is a good way to get some more materials. The hireling will send you materials via mail, and if you upgrade it, the item quantity and quality will increase. Metal Extraction improves the chance of extracting ingredients and allows the refining of more powerful tempers from raw materials. If you upgrade this skill, you will increase the chance of extracting ingredients and the quality of tempers. The next skill, Metallurgy, is related to trades and analyzing. The first rank allows you to research 2 items at once and lowers the research time by 5%. The second rank lowers the research time by 10%, and the third rank allows you to research 3 items at once and lowers the research time by 25% and limits the research time by 30 days. The last skill is Temper Expertise, which increases the chance to improve items with tempers. If you want to craft now an item, we have to go to a crafting station. Crafting stations are typically found in towns and cities, but also in various caves and dungeons. At the woodworking station you can craft bows, staves and shields with wood. At the blacksmithing station you can create weapons and armor parts with metal. Heavy armor is good if you need a high damage protection, for example as a tank. At the clothing station you can create all parts for the light armor and the medium armor. Light armor is good for spellcasters since it favors Magicka, Magicka recovery and spell penetration. And as a crafting material you need fibrous plants. Wood, fibrous plants and metal ores can be found all over Tamriel. Medium armor supports stamina, stamina recovery and weapon critical, and it is made of different types of leather and hide which you can get from beasts. The crafting process of blacksmithing, clothing and woodworking are identical, so I will just use now the blacksmithing as an example. On the top right we have various tabs. Refine, Creation, Deconstruct, Improvement and Research. We will talk in depth about every process, but we start now with refining. Refining means that we process our raw wood, plants or ore to refined material. This process is needed since you can only craft an item with refined materials. You need 10 raw materials to turn them into refined materials, and you have the chance to get beside of the refined materials, trade materials and valuable improvement items. To improve this chance, you have to upgrade your extraction skills. Deconstruction is a good way to recycle items and level up your crafting skills. It will give you some materials back and you gather inspiration. Deconstructing an item made by another player gives you the most inspiration. You will get increased inspiration also from deconstructing higher level items, with better item quality and with the presence of traits. Next we have Creation, where we can craft armor and weapons. First we have Type, where you can decide what kind of weapon or armor piece you want to create. Then you have to choose what kind of material you want to use. The material itself and the amount of material determines what kind of level your item will have. For example, we need for a level 1 chest piece 7 iron ingots, and for a level 14 13 iron ingots. It is important to mention that if you want to craft your first 160 champion point armor, the amount of crafting materials drastically increases. So you would need for a 160 champion point chest piece 150 rubedite ingots. With the style you choose to look from your weapon and armor. There are various styles to find and learn. Some are easier to acquire and some are more rare or difficult to find. For some styles you need only 1 book to learn the complete style. For others, you need to learn every chapter so you are able to craft every piece of gear. Of course, you don't need all chapters if you are not interested in crafting every piece of this style. Sometimes you can find a rare style book which can teach you a complete style. I can recommend you the add-on RE Research Grid, which shows you an overview about your traits and the styles you learned, and it works for all your characters. Sadly, there's in-game no preview how your armor will look like on your character. Because of that, I created some armor and weapon showcase videos where you can take a look if you like the style. Last but not least, we have to decide what trait we want. Traits are small bonuses that can be applied to your weapon and armor. You can only have one trait per crafted item. You need the specific trait stone to the trait you want to apply, and there are different traits for armor and weapons. You can find these trait stones by deconstructing, by refining materials, or by looting containers like barrels, crates, etc. Or you can buy them in a guild store, of course. There are various traits you can choose from, and some are maybe better than other ones. The training trait, for example, is an excellent choice if you just started the game and you want to level a bit faster, since it increases the experience from killing enemies. We will talk more about traits if we reach the topic research and improvement. For now, we craft our first piece of gear. So we decided to make a chest piece, level 1 with 7 iron ingots, choose a style we like and a trait we want. In this case, I will just choose now the training trait. And we are done. Now we talk about improvement. To improve our items we need different tempos. First we can improve our item from normal to fine, then from fine to superior, from superior to epic, and from epic to legendary. If you try to upgrade an item and use less tempers, there's a chance that you destroy the item and the temper in the process. So if you want to be safe, use the maximum number of tempers so you have a 100% chance for upgrading. As you can see, with the upgrading we improve the armor and our trait. If you improve an item from a set, you will increase the bonus from that too. You can get these improvement materials from refining, deconstructing, from the hireling and the daily crafting quest. Don't forget to upgrade your expertise skill to reduce the number of tempers needed for a successful improvement. Next we talk about research. We analyze traits so we are able to craft them. To learn a trait you need an item with the specific trait on. In the research process the item will get destroyed, so don't use anything valuable what you want to keep. For example, if you want to craft a chest piece with the training trait on, you must first find a chest piece with the training trait and then research it at the crafting table. You have to unlock each trait for each item separately. As an example, if you learn your first trait for the chest piece, it takes 6 hours. The second trait for the chest piece takes 12 hours, and the next one 24 hours, etc. Since the research time increases more and more for each item you researched, it is important to start as early as possible to learn your traits and upgrading your crafting skills to lower the research time and that you are able to research multiple items at once. Learning traits not only takes a huge amount of time, it is also important if you are interested in crafting sets, since you need a specific amount of research traits to craft a set. Crafted sets can be crafted with the set bonuses in any type of weapon and armor. You have to go to the crafting station designated to the specific set you want to create. This set crafting stations you can find overall in Tamriel. For example, if you want to craft now the Knight's Silence set, you need 2 traits researched and have to go to Stonefalls, Auridon or Glenumbra. As you can see, the interface looks same like the normal crafting, but at the top right you can switch between crafting and crafting sets. Besides of that, the process of crafting is the same, as we choose what kind of item we want to create, the materials, the style and the trait you want to have. You need a various amounts of traits learned for different crafted sets. At the moment the maximum amount of traits is 9. Some set locations you can find in multiple areas, for others there is only one specific location. For example, the Twice-Born Star crafting station is only located in Cracklawn. As mentioned before, if you improve an item from a set, you will improve all bonuses on this set too. Each set provides different bonuses, and if you want to have all 5 bonuses active, you need to wear 5 pieces of this set. At the moment we are only able to craft weapon and armor parts as a set. With 2 traits you can craft Death Wind, Knight's Silence and the Ashen Crypt set. With 3 traits you can craft Toruk's Pact, Twilight's Embrace, Armor of the Seducer and a Try by Fire set. With 4 traits you can craft Magnus' Gift, his Spark and the White Strake's Retribution set. With 5 traits you can craft Vampire's Kiss, Song of Lamai, Alessia's Bulwark, Noble's Conquest, Tava's Favor, and a Crutch Gladiator set. With 6 traits you can craft Night Mother's Gaze, Law of Urianus, Willow's Path, and the Hunting's Rage set. With 7 traits you can craft Redistributor, Clever Alchemist, and the Raren's Legacy set. With 8 traits you can craft Kragenak's Hope, Orgnum's Scales, Eyes of Mara, Shadidor's Curse, Oblivion's Foe, Spectre's Eye, and the Way of the Arena set. With 9 traits you can craft Twice-Born Star, Armor Master, Mo Kuldin, Eternal Hunt, and the Pelinel's Aptitude set. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I can answer all your questions related to the crafting process in the Elder Scrolls Online. It would be amazing if you subscribe, like or leave a comment. I wish you a nice day, and until next time, bye bye!